Welcome back to Cuse Countdown. I'm Katy here alongside Tyler and David. We're reaching the home stretch here on Cuse Countdown, but before we go, we're going to head to Twitter to answer a few of your questions. If you would like to send in a question, be sure to follow us at Cuse Countdown. So first up, J. Alter Noticias wants to know how you think Michael Benajay will play against his former team on Saturday.
Well, I highly doubt he might even play against his former team on Saturday. He only averages 12 minutes a game. I think the closest he gets to actually having an impact on this game is giving the guards at the top a little bit of a breather. He already plays frantic enough when he's in. I don't think the nerves of A, playing against his old team in Duke, and B, playing in front of the largest crowd in college basketball history helps. I don't think he makes any impact in this game, regardless of who it's against.
I don't think he's going to make an impact either. Since Eastern Michigan on December 31st, he's only played more than 12 minutes once. And in the last 5 games, he's only made 2 shots from the field. What's to say he's going to do better against Duke?
Okay, guys, our next question comes from Jack Moriarty. And Jack kind of cheated and sent in 2 questions. He wants to know if Duke is prepared for the trademark 2-3 zone. And then on the other side of the ball, will Syracuse be able to contain Jabari Parker?
We'll let it slide. Let Jack. We'll answer this one for Jack, just this once.
Yeah, I guess you kind of have to. I'm not going to tell you about the 2-3 zone and whether they'll be able to beat it yet, because that's coming later in my prediction. But I will say this. As Parker said earlier, Parker has 3 straight double-doubles and averages 19 points in his last 4 games. He's just too dominant. I don't know if SU's really going to be able to, quote-unquote, contain him.
I have no qualms about telling you if they're prepared. They have Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski. Of course they're prepared for the 2-3 zone as best as they can be. They haven't seen it yet, but Coach K is the kind of guy who's going to be able to make the in-game adjustments to make up for any lack of preparation. As far as Jabari Parker goes, I don't know if they can contain him, but I think they can focus on containing either Jabari Parker or the rest of the Duke attack and just limit it to either him or them. So I think they are prepared, just not necessarily to contain him.
Well, you know that if anyone is going to be prepared, it's going to be Coach K and Duke. So we'll have to see how that plays out on Saturday. We have time for one more question here. Danny Cuneo is wondering, who would you want to have the ball at the end of a close game for Syracuse?
Well, I think this has become obvious over the last couple weeks. Tyler Ennis. He's the guy I want with the ball in his hands. I don't really know who I want taking the last shot. It's a bit of a cop-out, but I want to give it to Tyler Ennis and let him make the decision for me, as he's proven he's so able to do in the past couple of weeks.
That's a good point. I'm going to stick to the shot here. You have to go with the senior, C.J. Fair. Last year in the Big East Tournament semifinals against arch rival Georgetown, had a big block at the end of regulation and then made a big last-second slam dunk over Otto Porter Jr. in overtime. So if I have to give the ball to someone in the final moments, giving it to Fair.
Okay, guys, real quick here. What is going to be your difference maker in this game? What makes the difference for whoever comes out on top?
For me, it's the clutchness. The last 2 minutes of this game are going to decide it. It's going to be a close one. Duke has only won 2 games that came down to under 10 points. Syracuse has won 4, and it feels like all of their games have come down to the last minute. They have the edge in this one because of their clutchness. In that last 2 minutes, they know how to step it up and get things done.
I'm going to go with the hype here. ESPN College Game Day is going to be there. Probably a lot of scouts will be there to see Parker, Ennis, Fair, the likes of them. Also, just the amount of people there. Last year when Georgetown came to the Dome, it was a record-breaking crowd, and SU crumbled under the pressure. The X Factor's got to be the hype.
Okay, guys, real quick here. One last question. Who you got in this one?
I'll take Syracuse in a very close game, 69-66. It comes down to the end. Syracuse has Tyler Ennis to be the go-to guy in that last minute. I don't really know who Duke has. I'm going to give it to Syracuse.
I'm going to surprise a lot of people here, and I'm going to take Duke 72-68. They're a lot better at shooting the ball, whether it's from downtown or inside the key. They're just a better overall team, regardless of what the standings say.
Well, that's all the time we have here. For David and Tyler, I'm Katy. Thanks for watching.